What's up, YouTube? It's your friendly neighborhood GM, your host, Coach Key, and welcome back to Legends and Dice Cafe, where you learn about tabletop RPGs from old school to modern and do lots and lots of solo gameplay. Back with my weekly video like I do on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to play Cairn, one of my favorite games to play. So far, I've only played this solo. As always, don't forget to make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you're looking to further support the channel, hop on over to Patreon and subscribe to Legends and Dice Cafe. If you're interested in joining a game with me, all of my games are on Start Playing Games, and I have a one-shot, and it is going to be a free one-shot, and it is going to be Dragonbane. If you're interested in joining, you'd have to join the Discord community, the very small Discord community. I'll post a link inside of the description. Oh, and I just recently uploaded a new game on Start Playing Games. This will be my first time running a space exploration or even creating a space adventure. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into how to play Cairn. Let's get it. It's a great game for game masters who've been running games for quite some time now, for new game masters. These are my boundaries. I figured I'd turn them into key designs to remind me to stay within this boundary since my phone's up there and I can't see, so I don't have to keep getting up and down. Something that you can honestly pick up and get to playing in the same day, depending on how much time you had, of course. And it also has some resources inside of it. Another addition to get along with Cairn 2nd edition is the Warden's Guide. I don't know, if you're new here, I have a few videos. I'm doing Cairn solo, maybe 2nd edition, maybe just one video so far, but and I'll be uploading some more very soon, as well as character creation and the Cairn the Warden's Guide. This is fantastic. Cairn 2nd edition. So this is a classless system, so a character's role or skills are not limited by a single class. Instead, the equipment they carry and their experiences define their speciality, which I like. It allows room for a great deal of creativity. It also has this section right here, principles for players, which is also some awesome info as well, which is also, that was a tongue twister, which is also some awesome info as well, but we're not going to go over that. Again, I'm just going to briefly show you how to play Cairn and show you how easy it is to pick this game up and get to playing and have a fantastic fun time. I'm going to briefly go over character creation. You would choose your background, and you've got a lot of options right here as far as your background goes. And then the next thing you would do is you would go ahead and roll for your name, and your starting equipment comes with your background. Once you've picked your background and added your starting equipment, it has 2 more tables in that section for the background that you pick that you're going to roll on as well. Next thing you would do is you would roll up your attributes, which are strength, dexterity, and willpower. So you would roll 3d6 for each of your character's attributes. It does say that you may swap any 2 of the results. Next up, your hit protection. And you know your hit protection, it reflects your PC's ability to avoid damage in combat. You would roll 1d6 for your hit protection. And as far as your inventory, each PC you start with a backpack already. Your backpack can hold 6 slots of items or fatigue. Now, again, for your attributes, you got your strength, which is used for saves requiring physical strength, physical power, the lifting, like lifting gates, bending bars, resisting poison. You got your dexterity, used for saves requiring poise, speed, reflexes, dodging, climbing, sneaking, balancing, etc. And then you've got your will, which is used for saves to persuade, deceive, interrogate, intimidate, charm, provoke, manipulate spells, etc. How your saves work. You roll a save when you're trying to avoid some sort of negative income from risky choices. So for those, you roll a d20 and you compare the results to the appropriate attribute. If you roll equal to or under the attribute, you succeed. Otherwise, you fail. So for instance, if you're doing a dexterity save, whatever your dexterity is, you want to hit that or you want to roll under for it to be successful. Next up, we have your armor. Your armor is useful, so before calculating any type of damage to your hit protection, you subtract the target's armor value from the result of the damage rolls first. And then it has a cool table for reactions, so when the PCs encounter an NPC whose reaction to the party is not obvious, the warden may roll 2d6 and consult the following table. So next, you can actually add hirelings to your party. Adventuring parties can recruit hirelings relying on their unique skills, knowledge, and training to aid in expeditions. Combat. During the first round of combat, each PC must make a dex save in order to act. Special circumstances, abilities, items, or skills may negate this requirement. PCs that fail their save lose their turn for this round, for that first round. So their opponents then take their turn and the first round ends. The next round begins with the PCs taking their turn, followed by their opponents, and so on until combat has ended with one side defeated or fled. So next up, you have actions. On your turn, you can move up to 40 feet and then you can take one action. Attacking and damage. The attacker rolls their weapon die and subtracts the target's armor, then deals the remaining total to their opponent's hit protection. Attacks in combat automatically hit. If multiple attackers target the same foe, roll all damage dice and keep the single highest result. All actions are declared before being resolved. If an attack would take a PC's HP exactly to 0, then you refer to the scars on the next table, which we'll take a peek at in a few seconds to see how they are uniquely impacted. Next up, we have critical damage. So the damage that reduces a target's hit protection below 0 is subtracted from their strength by the amount of damage remaining. The target must then immediately make a strength save to avoid taking critical damage. Using their new strength score, on a success, the target is still in the fight and must continue to make critical damage saves when incurring damage. So any PC that suffers critical damage cannot do anything but crawl, weakly grasping for air, grasping for life. If given aid, such as bandages, they will stabilize. If left untreated, they will pass away within the hour. NPCs and monsters that fail a critical damage save are considered passed away. Per the warden's discretion. And then we go to attribute loss. If your PC's strength is reduced to 0, then they pass away. If their dexterity is reduced to 0, they are paralyzed. If their will is reduced to 0, they are delirious. Complete dex and will loss renders the character unable to act until they are restored through extended rest or by extraordinary means. If a PC takes damage outside of combat, they should instead receive damage to an attribute, typically to strength. So when a character passes away, the player should create a new character or take control of a hireling. They immediately join the party in order to reduce the downtime. So ranged attacks. So ranged weapons can target any enemy near enough to see the whites of their eyes. Attacks against especially distant targets are impaired. Ammunition is not tracked unless otherwise specified. Here go those scars we were talking about. So if damage to a PC would reduce their HP to exactly 0, look up the result on the table below based on the amount of HP lost in the battle, in the attack. For example, if a PC went from 3 HP to 0 HP, they would look at entry number 3. Next up, we have magic. So spellbooks contain a single spell, can take up 1 slot. They cannot be easily transcribed or created. Instead, they are recovered from places like tombs, dungeons, and manors. Spellbooks sometimes display unusual properties or limitations, such as producing a foul or unearthly smell when opened, possessing an innate intelligence, or being legible only when held in moonlight. I like those. Spellbooks will attract the attention of those who seek the arcane power within, and is considered dangerous to display them openly. Casting spells. Anyone can cast a spell by holding a spellbook in both hands and reading its contents aloud. They must then add a fatigue to inventory. Given time and safety, PCs can enhance spells' impact, like affecting multiple targets, increasing its power, etc., without any additional cost. If the PC is deprived or in danger, such as during combat, the warden may require a PC to make a will save to avoid any ill effects from casting the spell. Consequences of failure are on par with the intended effect and may result in added fatigue, the destruction of the spellbook, injury, and even passing away. And then you've got scrolls, which are similar to spellbooks, but they are petty. They do not cause fatigue, and they disappear after 1 use. And we also have relics, which are items imbued with magical power, with a magical spell or power. They do not cause fatigue. Relics usually have limited uses, such as a recharge condition. And that's pretty much how you play Cairn. In the back of the player's guide, dungeon exploration. You've got wilderness exploration. You got your downtime back here. And then you have the setting of Vault, which is the setting for Cairn. That is basically how you play Cairn 2nd edition. I hope this video was helpful for you. As always, don't forget to make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you comment and make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on any of the cool content that I post on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it'll also notify you when I go live. Stay tuned for next week's video. Next week is going to be Patreon's choice. Hope you guys have a super fantastically awesome rest of your Friday, and